Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, Fortuna Sanctum, blue side. Big Mathis with a Hive Tyrant, a very durable hero, walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense, disruption and support, begins in melee with a basic synapse. I shall call you Pablo. Alongside, Desked with a Force Commander, very strong offense, fighting in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support. Looks like we have the Dark Angels DLC recolored here. Rounding off the team, C-LOS as a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fighting in melee begins with a Refractor Shield and the Armageddon Steel Legion elite scheme here. Red team, it's Chaos Lords all the way down. We got Dice Roll here with the Word Bearers DLC. We have arthuriz and we've got Kata VIII. These guys are durable and destructive heroes, walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. Contested VP in the mid has turned red for Chaos. Looks like arthuriz is pushing forward, being aggressive. Might run into two players though here. Yep, the Lord Commissar and the Force Commander hanging around. Perhaps, who's this? Kata can push from the east. Here comes that Chaos Lord under Corn Worship for the +2 speed. Force Commander goes after the Heretics. CSM getting some shots in on them. Do we have shotguns? We do have shotguns. Heretics having to flee. Chaos Lord should be going and tying up those tacks. There we go. CSM whittling down that Force Commander. Battle Cry's been used already. There it is. He's still swinging it. Now trying to shoot at the scouts. Can the Chaos Lord of arthuriz get a good kill the week? It's going to be tricky. These guys are moving around a lot. The attacks are coming from melee, popping their Kraken bolts for 20% extra damage versus heavy infantry. CSM getting quite low. Scouts drop a model. I think they're going to be alright. Chaos Lord still going. Meanwhile, towards the west, Pablo the Hive Tyrant is scything up the Chaos Lord, and double Hormagaunts are on this natural power here. Kill the weak. It's a decent hit. Both the gens fall though. Don't know if the Chaos Lord can kill anything else before he needs to flee. Pablo the Hive Tyrant thought about going for the node. Now goes in on the Havocs. They need to switch targets. They're not doing so. CSM as well joining the fight. Dice Roll has lost their Heretics along the way. You can see a few here. Maybe they were taken out in retreat kind of thing. The Heretics of Arthur is showing up to help. 2-to-1 cap very early on for the Chaos team. Special attack there from Pablo. Getting that power bash is pretty powerful though. First engagement basically, wasn't it? CSM got very low there, but they do get away without dropping a model. Heretics get their aspiring champion. A bunch of damage on the Hive Tyrant as he retreats off, but that was a really good push for Big Mathis. Didn't lose much at all and bashed the entire power. Ravener Brood up now for them. Grenade launcher Heretics for Kata. Contested wreck point turning red for Chaos. So natural power here right near the victory point. The same for the blue team in the northwest. And here's the northeast natural power for blue. Mid is still red. Double CSM now for arthuriz. Do not see any Eternal War. So where's the power gone? Aha! Combi Flamer is where it's gone. Devastator's on the field now, so we could see the Dark Halo in response for the Chaos Lord to get in there. Just kind of face charge into the heavy bolt with the Dark Halo up under Corn Worship. Usually gets the job done. Yep, Dark Halo on the way and Raptors on the way for Dice Roll. Combi Flamer is a powerful ranged weapon. Helps him to peel off models as he chases stuff around, especially when it's low health light infantry models such as the Guardsmen and maybe those Scouts. And it's got a handy flamer on it too. CSM getting very low here. Grenade wipes them out. They tried to dodge it, but Desked was wise to this and kind of chucked it into their dodge path preemptively. Ravener Brood show up and there's nothing else to kill. Wow. Sonic Blaster doing huge amounts of work. How did that guy survive one hit point on that Sergeant? Does get away. Now they're on the power though with Sonic Blaster Noise Marines shaking apart those generators, and the Combi Flamer helping out with some fire too. 367 to 495. Devastator's setting up. They can't suppress the Chaos Lord, but they can try and punch through that ancient armor of his and do some damage. Kraken Bolt's attacks. That's light cover that wall. Yeah, and grenade launchers would have messed them up quite badly if they're bunched up like that. These guys need to be careful. Kata's forgetting about those heretics there. They're able to flee. They might have been waiting for the cooldown of the barrage or something, but if that's the case, they should have been moving away from those guardsmen. These guys with flamers up. So you might see an aggressive push for the power. Got some Catachan Devils on the field, has C-LOS. Triple Guardsman into Heavy Weapon into Catachans is the play. West side. Tyranids bashing power again, trying to steal this contested power. Adrenal Glands for these Hormagaunts. Adrenal Glands for the other Hormagaunts as well. Toxin Sacks, Ravener Brood and Warrior Brood. No war gear though for Pablo the Hive Tyrant. All the power spent elsewhere. East side. They've got close to the power, supported by the Devastators. Where's the Heavy Weapon squad then? It's moving up. Maybe creep those devs up a bit further so it's not quite as easy to flank them from this position. I'd say move them here. Grenade launcher heretics being pushed, got Catachan and flamed. Catachans with the Oral Labral grenade launcher almost wipes them out there. But they get too close to the Sonic Blaster, doing huge amounts of work on that blob of guardsmen. Cacophony going off, knocking down the Fool's Commander who has Artificer armor. Popping Battle Cry, you can see all the yellow buff circles on those guys there. Here comes the Chaos Lord, taking huge amounts of damage from double attacks and scouts, and there's a Heavy Bolter, throws up the Dark Halo. Looks like both these Chaos Lords have Combi Flamers and Dark Halos, which is fun. Do they have enough to push though? It's just double CSM here. Kraken Bolt's popped, but they're having to leave. Oh, he's just staying there. He's just standing there shooting stuff with his Combi Flamer, I think. He does a really good DPS. We don't need to tire something up. It's a good thing to do. Lord Commissar's shield drops. Got the power sword. Such a good weapon in tier 1. And then runs away. CSM capping the mid. What's going on west side? I hear Tyranids dying and stuff. Raptors in retreat. No Eternal War for the CSM. These are Havocs getting harassed as they retreat here. In fact, double Havocs for dice roll. Double Havocs and Raptors, and who needs Heretics? I guess they've gone tier 2. All the Chaos Lords have Big Mathis' Hive Tyrant, the last to go tier 2. Did Desked use the drop pod to get these guys up? I don't see one. Not sure. 355 to 408. Pressure now from the Chaos team. Maybe overextending a little bit, out of cover kind of thing. Not sure what these fellas are up to. Forgot they had grenade launchers for a second, wanting to get into some melee or something. Just a distraction maybe for these Noise Marines to do some bashing. Chaos Lord almost goes down trying to get a decap. Blastmaster Noise Marines now, but arthuriz turns them into an artillery unit with a limited firing up, as you can see. Have to set up all that good stuff. Noise Marines. They might wipe here. They do indeed wipe. Sink kill from the Lord Commissar. That was Kata's Noise Marines. We have Armor of the Inferno now for arthuriz. Level 2 Chaos Lord for Kata, no armor yet. Good hit from the Blastmaster, almost wipes those guardsmen. Can they get another good hit? Basilisk Flare comes in to reduce range, but they're getting close enough, I think, to get shot. Here comes that Lord Commissar. Oh, and these guys got grenade launchers as well, so they couldn't Doom Blast him and slow him down. CSM flee with the Mark of Zinch for arthuriz. Kata got any marks? No marks. No Eternal War, no Aspiring Champions for these guys. Are they rushing tier 3 or going for a Dreadnought or something? We'll see. West side. Chaos stealing this contested power. I mean, their gens are on it. I guess they should be able to steal it, eh? And the Chaos Lord is pushed through with Lightning Claws for dice roll. And they're bashing the natural power. Tyrant Guard up for Big Mathis. Super Heavy Infantry. 2,500 hit points of it. We'll take a lot of damage from the lightning claws, but I'm not sure if the Chaos Lord can stand and trade with him, because he's also going to be doing a lot of damage. 90 odd heavy melee DPS. Raptors jumping through. That could be dicey. Warrior Brood there, Hormagaunts there, and the Tyrant Guard there. Those Raptors are going to get shredded. They got away and only dropped a single model, and they were able to suppress and stuff as well. Now the Chaos Lord is getting it. They are okay though, I think. Havoc's doing some work with an auto cannon. Really good damage. Oh, another one's setting up too. Double auto cannons. That's nasty. They weren't firing on the Tyrant Guard though. They took down the Hive Tyrant. These Marco Zinc CSM will do really good damage to the Tyrant Guard as well. And there's Bloodlust from Dice Roll's Global Bar, causing all of his infantry units to do more damage as they deal damage. It's like a stacking buff as you land attacks. Uh-oh. Kept those CSM in play a bit too long though. Tyrant Guard goes into shield wall. I think everything's going to make it out, but that's some reinforcing to do. Maybe they can revive the Hive Tyrant. Pablo back towards the mid. What's going on? Mid is turning red. Let the Galaxy Burn is a really good one on all those guardsmen. Wow. Wipe those guys out. Were they at full health when that launched? They were also being shot by the CSM and stuff, but that was an awesome hit. Yep, they both have Armor of the Inferno as well. What about the fire? Zone Thrope on the way now for Big Mathis. And a Power Bash is in. Double cap for the Chaos team. CSM idle on the VP. Tyranids taking the west side of the saw, and Malignant Blindness go up. Seemed like an odd time to use it. They weren't directly under attack yet, I don't think. I guess it was preemptively done, eh? That's a global ability of the Chaos Lord, reducing the sight and weapon range of all enemies on the map. Chaos Lord gets away. Force Commander now has the Sacred Standard. Those guys, those Marines on the left of your screen aren't close enough to benefit from it though. A constant damage buff. Gets all the way through onto the Noise Marines here. Chaos Dreadnought is up indeed for Kata. Seemed to come out a bit late, eh? But it's up. Did they get upgrades in the meantime? They got some Aspiring Champions. And they got Eternal War on both the CSM as well. Catachan's barely getting out. 201 to 408 on the VPs. Double plasma attacks now. It's a lot of damage to these Chaos fellas. Looks like Dice Roll isn't pushing through aggressively this time. Doesn't want to get caught on kind of on the front foot. Now, do they just pile in on the Raptors again? Are the Raptors even going to jump this time? It might be worth waiting for the Tyrant Guard and the Hive Tyrant to engage and then kind of jump over them into the back lines, especially now this guy has Crushing Claws. No, they're going for it. They're going for the jump. Warrior Brood jump back onto them. Yep, and they're having to retreat. Destructive Strike sends those Warrior Brood back. And you also have the Armor of the Inferno here. That's a really good kill of the week. Trying to focus down the Warrior Brood to get those Synapse backlashes, I guess. Zone Thrope getting some good shots in, though. Yeah, I think... Oh, wow, they take down the Chaos Lord. I think waiting, being a bit more patient with those Raptors. They only have 50 less health per model than the Assault Marines, but it really does make a difference when you try to jump them in as a combat initiator. I think they're often better used as a later jump. Chaos Dreadnought, super low, but gets some repairs now. Las Cannon is not in range any longer. Heretics are repairing. Not sure what this Ravener Brood fella's up to. Oh, he's really separated from the rest of them. And they've gone melee Raveners. I guess with the melee Synapse Warrior Brood, it makes sense. They've come after this Dreadnought, though. Tyrant Guard levels up to 2. 2750 hit points now. Pablo the Hive Tyrant's going after it. 129 to 408. They need to get VPs up, the blue team. Zone Thrope capping the mid. I think that's well played from Big Mathis. Instead of pushing their side, they came to help clean up the mid and get this cap going. Although now their side is being pushed. And they're not here to defend it. Not far away though. And they got that cap. Level 3 Hive Tyrant now has the improved synapse as well. Assault squad out here for Desked. And a Manticore for C-LOS. Power is bashed. VP is going to be decapped. And there's those double autocannons doing their work. Pumping out that damage. Trying to take a wide approach, I think, maybe to avoid those autocannons. Nope. Tyrant Guard is coming through this way. Oh, they're repositioned anyway. Here's an assist though from Dest. Raptors jumping back. Right to where the Tyrant Guard was though. There's that Galaxy burn. Yeah, it's smart to get the hell out of there, I think. 2 players on them. I mean, just those double plasma tactical marines would have been painful enough. Chaos Lord stays in play though. What are you up to, dice roll? Gets a kill a week, tries to escape with it. Looks like they've judged it well, I think. Or maybe. There's a bunch of stuff in retreat path. No, they judged it well. They got out of there. Chaos Lord now decapping the mid though. And we got some Chaos Terminators, Manticore going off. This is Slaughter active here for the CSM. Chaos Terminators are Katas. Tier 3 for dice roll. Looks like Big Mathis and C-LOS still in tier 2. Those Manticores aren't cheap. Anything else for the Lord Commissar? We got Stubbornness up. Last Master takes out the bunker. CSM gets away there. Just throw up the Dark Halos and shoot stuff, I guess. Tyrant Guard looking for a target. Chases off the Chaos Lord there. Could they get a grenade? Maybe it's not worth grenading the Chaos Terminators there. I thought the scouts would chase them and try and grenade them. Force Commander tying up Heretics. Chaos Terminators are getting really low. They must have offensively used their teleport, I suppose. They're gonna wipe here. There's the barrage. Oh, big retreat. Why did they all retreat? That was very odd. I feel like they could have chased more there and killed those guys. There were more enemies coming in, but maybe at least one more model could have been felled. But who knows, maybe chasing in like that would have got them all killed. Double Tyrant Guards here. And another Zone Throat for Big Mathis, who needs tier 3, I guess. No upgrades for the Chaos Terminators yet. Oh, here we go. Auto Cannon is up. I think they're cheaper to reinforce. Yeah, they're 40 power to reinforce now, rather than 50 in the latest version. 101 to 367. Chaos Lord revives Chaos Lord. It used to be, I don't know if it's still the case, but it used to be that you can both get the XP for reviving as long as the hero you're reviving doesn't move when the first person gets the revive animation. If they stay there, the revive animation continues for the second hero and they get the XP too. I don't know if they changed that though. Termagants on capping duty. There's a lot of stuff bearing down on you here. Melee Raveners, Warrior Brood, Gormagaunts, double Tyrant Guards, the Hive Tyrant itself. Almost level 4. There's that Galaxy Burn, gets a decent hit. Ravener Brood burrow striking in the back there. Down goes the Tyrant Guard. Marco Zinc CSM are now shooting at the Raveners. They chase off some Havocs and they chase off some other Havocs. Look at the damage they're doing to those Havocs there. I mean, they are retreating, but that's pretty damn good. 89 to 333. Quite a sizable VP lead for the Chaos team. But 2 Chaos Lords are down now. And they're capping mid. And could Desked get a Land Raider Redeemer out perhaps and help hold the mid hugely. There's that demoralization on kill. Noise Marine setting up. Doesn't look like they're close enough to shoot the VP though. Maybe they could shoot some tax. No, they dodged it. They went and bloody dodged it. Dice roll with the Chaos Predator on the way. Double Manticores for C-LOS. That's fun. This one doesn't have a lot of XP though, so I guess it hasn't got a lot of hits. she has a Tyrant guard? Oh, it's shield walling right here. Gives it vehicle armor and health regen. Hence these Terminators coming in with power fists to try and get it down. But it exits and turns around and starts fighting. Can the Terminators hold them here so they can be shot? Not for very long. Look how much damage they took. 85 to 306. I was just about to say I think it's well worth Big Mathis getting the warp field up, and it's already here. Warp field is a go. Center is still blue. There's a Chaos Lord down there twitching. That's arthuriz. Who's the closest Chaos Lord? They're all pretty similar. The furthest Chaos Lord should revive themselves and try to get the others, I guess, but look how pretty even they are. Land Raider Redeemer it is indeed for Desked. Do you have Mark of Khorne? Yes, Mark of Khorne for the Chaos Pred. Bits more speed and just more damage for the guns. Pretty solid upgrade really. No real downsides. That was double focus warp blast. Look at that damage it did. Sneaky guardsman. Capping the VP. Nicely done. C-LOS is a triple for blue. Red team are getting it back, but can they move on the mid? Land Raider Redeemer comes out of base right now. Las Cannon's ready. There's only one Predator though. It's mainly been on the west side so far. Big Mathis playing defensive, are they? Nope, they're moving out. They are moving out. Ravener's being sneaky underground. They will be spotted by aspiring champion heretics, but are there even any? I don't think there are. Big Mathis goes mid. Can Dice Roll get through onto their VP now then? Auto Cannon Terminators doing their thing. Should be trying to target the Hormagaunts perhaps to get those debuffs stacking up. Tank needs to be ready to move. Auto Cannon Havocs are being messed around by the tank. There's the double focus warp blast again. And that heavy melee coming in. Seem to have some pathing issues there involving the tank and the double Havocs, but they all get away for now. Big push by Big Mathis. Just gets them the hell off the mid, eh? Chaos Lord starting to get back to their feet. Only Kata is still down. Looks like Arthur is repurchased and revived Dice Roll there, I think. Chaos Pred survives. Now this Chaos Lord wants to fight. Throws up the Dark Halo and kill the weak. Yeah, not a fight they could win, but they just wanted to hold them up, I think. Single cap for blue. There's the Land Raider. There it is. Taking a little bit of damage. Looks like it was being repaired a bit there. Oh, is that a repair bunker? There might just be a repair bunker. Land Raider Phobos. This one is much less support focused than the Redeemer. Big old las cannons on it with a Dirge Caster, twin-linked assault cannon on top with a Storm Bolter. Or it's a twin-linked heavy bolter, isn't it? Not assault cannon yet. Redeemer has kind of closer range weaponry, but awesome support. Allows it to retreat back to it and reinforces a Terminator assault squad. Land Raider Phobos getting a bit too close. There's Malignant Blindness. Auto Cannon still able to get shots in. And now the Assault Terminator's going off with those Thunder Hammers. And it already used the Dirge Caster as we saw. Where's the worship? You can now worship Phobos for a while now, and it as if they are demons, which is cool. Are they going to get it? They're still chasing. Is this worth teleporting behind it? There's that Khorne worship. But it can't save it. The Phobos goes down. Just went a bit too far forward there. They didn't know what was back here, but I mean, that's why you need to be careful with your big old vehicles. Chaos Terminator's taking the mid. Arthuriz down to 2 units now. Where are those Manticores? Well, this one's got a bunch more XP. Looks like scouts are hanging around back there to help protect them. Is that Chaos Lord that just got melted? Or was that the Lord Commissar? That was Lord Commissar, I think. 1-to-1 cap. Assault Terminator is still going strong. And power bashing, and they stole the VP there. Look at the armies now. Blue team really in with a shout of coming back, I think. Capping the mid with a Land Raider Redeemer in there. And Assault Terminators. That's a tough nut to crack. Especially when you got double Manticores that can rain down hell on you. Terminator's teleporting back now, healing off the Land Raider. Terminator is trying to poke it a bit with their autocannon. Now they're shooting at Catachans, doing a hell of a lot of damage. Have they set the Land Raider as the retreat point? Yeah, they have. Plasma attacks on capping duty. These guys cap 50% faster. The damage that autocannon does when it hits infantry that's blobbed up like that. Double cap for blue. Can they hold on? Pablo's level 5 now, the Hive Tyrant. Tyrant Guard still around. This is the second Tyrant Guard, I think. It's not leveled yet. A little bit of letting Galaxy Burners and Manticore Strike. Targeting those Havocs. Gets rid of one of them. And the Raveners are on the other. Yeah. They need to push as one to have a chance here. Maybe drop a nuke or two as well. Otherwise they're going to be grinded down. 85 to 80. They don't have a lot of time as well. Here comes another Phobos. Here come Raptors. Yeah, they need a nuke. They need some good Abysses thrown in. And a big old push. This is more Terminators. 4 dice roll. Using those combi bolters on the Raveners. Chaos Lord gets a decap. Nicely done, arthuriz. Level 6 now, Pablo. Here's the Phobos. So what the Assault Terminator is going to do to them, especially when the Force Commander's nearby and constantly buffing them with Sacred Standard. Also throw 4D Emperor on them, of course. And Battle Cry as well. It's massive stacked up buffs. 85 to 59. Do they have anything left, I should say? Can these guys teleport up and get a decap? Well, they've got Lightning Claws now. Lightning Claws would mean they could chew through the Terminators, maybe. The enemy Terminators. 85 to 48. Here come the Assault Terminators. They've had enough of this Phobos shooting stuff. There's some Pawn Worship though, and there's the Dirge Caster too. They still get debuffed once the stun has run out, but looks like the blue team have this unless something insane happens. Now there's an orbital too. From Desked. Oh, well, they are capping the mid. There's a no-cap game now. They're capping this side too. Well played dice roll. They're going to get it. They're going to get a single at least. There it is. Getting their natural back. Red team giving themselves a shout. Fourth one to level 8. Trying to get Flesh over Steel on the Phobos, I think. Now just retreats back to his own Redeemer. Nobody's capping. There we go. Double cap for red. Look at that. Blue team obviously needs to get one of the naturals back. Probably their own. I don't think dice roll could hold for too long. They're going to try. What do you target here? I think you target the Warrior Brood if you can. No, they're teleporting back. They're going after the Tyrant Guard as a Manticore strikes some friendly fire there. 43 to 20 back towards the mid. Ravener Brood are going to wipe. Is that Mark of Pawn CSM? No. And they wiped to the Force Commander. Maybe they just had Slaughter and they pulled their chainswords out. Chaos Terminators are dying here. Dice roll. Oh, dice roll is talking about the Tyrant God, I think. Down they go. Now goes into shield wall. 30 to 20. 1-to-1 cap. Could they really not kill the Tyrant God with the Lightning Claws? I mean, they did have a lot of stuff attacking them, but I expected them to kind of mince that Tyrant guard pretty quickly. 30 to 17. Red team put up a hell of a fight at the end, but I think the blue team have done enough. Oh, it was another one. They had two. Maybe one just left and the other one took over. Yeah, blue team have it. Ever since the Land Raider Redeemer came out, very difficult for them to mount an offensive on the mid. They gave it a hell of a good go though. And there it is, 2-1 Cat gets it. At a level 6 Hive Tyrant. A level 8 Force Commander. Lord Commissar, I didn't see a lot of this guy. He's down. Level 3, had that power sword. Guess he did, I'm sure he did a bunch of stuff, but I just didn't see it. Level 4 Chaos Lord for dice roll with those claws. Level 6 for arthuriz. And level 6 for Kata. Chaos Lords had such a massive influence in the early game. But they just lost too much stuff as they kind of started to get into tier 3 and couldn't keep up the pressure. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.